Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and it was a banner day for former President Donald Trump at the Supreme Court yesterday. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Now, it is almost impossible to think that the Supreme Court will give Donald Trump or any president total immunity. That would be insane. You couldn't have immunity for committing any crime you want. But immunity in the scope of enough to get him out of this situation with Jack Smith and possibly what's going on in Georgia, that looks more and more likely. And even if they didn't get that, it's almost impossible to believe right now that no matter what decision they render, there will be time to have a trial in Jack Smith's case before the November election, which is exactly what Trump wanted. Now, one legal expert appeared on CNN this morning, and he was furious about this. A writer for The Atlantic, so it's not a pro-Trump magazine or website. He was furious about this, and he went on to just lambaste the Supreme Court for this. But what he said was, Trump gets what he wants. I want you to take a look at this video and let me know what you think when you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.
Of the former president. Let's talk much more about all of this. Joining me right now is CNN senior political analyst Ron Brownstein. His new piece out in The Atlantic is about the Supreme Court's impact on Trump's future and the future of the presidency, quite frankly, and it's called Trump is Getting What He Wants. Let's start there, Ron, because after yesterday's Supreme Court arguments, you concluded that Trump is getting what he wants and more. How and why?
Yeah. Well, look, in practical near term, in the near term, what he's getting is, and we're kind of getting numb to this, but that at that hearing yesterday, 5 of the Republican appointed justices, really all of them except Amy Coney Barrett, gave very clear signals that they are going to protect the Republican presidential nominee from a trial before the November election on the charges that this poll and other polls show are the most serious to the American people. I mean, in practical terms, almost any of the rulings that seem possible out of that hearing are going to make it extremely difficult, if not impossible, for there to be a trial on whether Trump tried to subvert the last election before he faces voters in the next election. But the implications for what happens if he's reelected may be even more profound. I mean, you saw at that hearing how virtually unlimited is their view of presidential power. I mean, his lawyers argued that unless he is first impeached and convicted, which is impossible in this current partisan environment, he could sell nuclear secrets, assassinate a political rival, or even stage a coup without facing criminal trials. And the legal experts that I spoke with, for this piece, pointed out that when you're starting with someone who has that level of view of what he can do as president, trying to draw very fine lines between what can and can't be prosecuted after he leaves office is kind of a doomed effort. And he is going to take almost any kind of immunity as a license to truly push at the boundaries.
And I want to read just a portion because about that. You wrote this, that those who went into the hearing wishing to preserve a pre-election trial against Trump emerged from the proceedings reduced to hoping that the court doesn't eviscerate the possibility of criminal consequences for any president who breaks the law. I mean, because that, and you're speaking to just that, Ron, about what